And a very good afternoon to you all, or good morning, depending wherever in the globe you are watching us. It's an absolute pleasure to have your company. We are now on Thursday already, Thursday the 25th of March, teetering just a wee bit away, not only from the weekend, but the end of the month as well, with our clocks here in the UK going, oh gosh, going forward this weekend, aren't they? Spring forward, they really are. So we're going to be back into the same time level as you guys stateside as well, with the 5-hour difference. Or 8 hours if you're Pacific side. But as Thursday, it does mean that like any other day, we've got a jam-packed show already lined up. I'm not on my own though. The big man is back. Hey Ben.
Hi Craig.
How you doing?
I'm alright, yeah, it's nice to be back. Doesn't feel like I've been away for like 4 or 5 days, but it's good to be back. We've got a busy old day, as you've alluded to, and actually this show is going to be, I mean, it's always brilliant. Yeah. It's always brilliant, but today it's jam-packed because we've got loads of guests coming in, haven't we? We do. We absolutely do indeed. So what we're going to be doing later on, and I like to think, you may find or see on things like daytime TV shows when they say they've got a big scoop. Well, I like to think here on Wake Up Call, we've got a big scoop. We absolutely do, don't we? We have Sara on the show. However, we've also got Sara's dad on the show as well, Frank. So we're going to be having a bit of a chat with him. So many of you already know Sara's backstory. We're going to get the same backstory, but we're going to get it from Frank's point of view as well. So if you happen to have any of the original boards at home, the envelopers or anything like that, then do send your pictures in to studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. So send them into there, and then you never know, they might just pop up onto your screen. So there we go. So there's the address right along the bottom there for you to send your pictures in. Also get social. Myself and Ben are both going to be checking out social media, and Ben is going to be holding the fort mostly on the show. I will be dotting in and out as well. But it is Thursday, it is Crafters TV, which means we've got a jam-packed day lined up. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be kickstarting after this show and into Craftfall. We're going to kickstart with Sara, and she's going to be back with Ben as well, with a launch party, it's a launch day really, and this is all about our spring flower form and foam. These are spectacular. You guys are going to love them. You've already loved the sneak peeks that you've seen online. We've got a nice bundle for you, where if you're going to go for the bundle, you're going to save 15%. What we've also done as well, maybe you only want to cherry pick bits, then you're also going to have the chance to actually save 10% if you spend £40 or more. So we've got a nice little selection for you when it comes to that one. Show you them in a bit more detail just shortly. And then it's Thursday, as I keep saying, which means it is cartload. Now, it's not just any old cartload, it is a very special Sara Davies cartload. And you say that, I'm actually kickstarting the first half an hour of the show. I'm going to be in with Ben for the first half an hour, and then Sara's going to take over as well. Sara will explain as to why I'm going to be kickstarting the first half an hour. So that's going to be Cartload. We're going to show you some sneak peeks when it comes to Craftfall after Wake Up Call. So do stay tuned to see all of these ones here. We're also celebrating because this week is Tiffany's 18th birthday. So what you can then do is you can pop up onto our website, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu. There is 3 days left until Tiffany has her takeover on our craft class this Sunday. So Sunday the 28th, she's going to be joining us. So what we're also doing, anything Totally Tiffany products you actually buy on our website, you're going to be getting double points. So the double points are on Totally Tiffany products. So lots of things across on the website. That is always the hub to go to. And of course, if you are watching and shopping on the website, you can do them both at the exact same time. Talking about the website, they did say, website's the place to go. We are about 3 days remaining of our current Get It, Got It Good. So now is the chance to get a hold of it. If you've not seen it, here it is. This week's current Get It, Got It Good is our Twirling Characters craft kit. £20, $20, €20. You're also going to be getting 80 bonus points. It includes over 230 elements, makes a minimum of 24 cards, mixed styles. You're getting dies, you're getting stamps, you're getting coloured paper, coloured cardstock, dewdrops, twine, envelope blanks and envelopes, all within that Get It, Got It Good. Right, so we did mention the launch day right at the top of the show here, so here it is. This
is some of what you're going to be able to be making when it comes to your flower forming. So this is our spring flowers collection. So you're going to see all these gorgeous samples that you are going to be able to maybe do your own take on. This absolute gorgeous mirror is what Sara is going to be making live on launch day. Going to be decorating the mirror, so you can tune in. This is our spring flower forming collection, 69 elements, and what you're also going to get is 12 sheets of foam. £63.92 here in the UK, $79.60 stateside. You're getting that whopper of a saving already, but as you go across onto our website, you're still also going to get your Club Inspire on top of that as well. So £51.14 here in the UK, or $63.68 for you guys stateside. That is if you are platinum, so you're getting a whopper of a saving on something that is just launching today. So do have a look while you're across on the website. They will go on your screen right now. Look at that. You get the dies, you get the stamens, you get your foam as well. Gorgeous colours when it comes to the foam as well. Really nice things that you'll be able to make with them, and we're actually going to be previewing them when it comes to Wake Up Call very, very shortly. So what we're going to do is, in a moment or two, what we're going to do is we're going to go to Sara, who's going to do a little bit of a preview as to what's coming up on Cart Road later on today. But before we go to Sara, we're going to go across to Ben, who's going to have a read of some of your comments as to what's coming in.
Yeah, thank you, Craig. It's certainly a very busy morning already on Wake Up Call. Alice is in from Orlando. Lynn says, good afternoon from Spain. It's a lovely 25 degrees today. All right. Right. Dee saying, good morning, Craig, Ben and the team. All you wonderful crafters. Beautiful morning here in Ashton, Kentucky. And Janet says, good morning, everyone from Pennsylvania. There's a lot of excitement as well. Let me just tell you in the comments about Craig's special guest. Jennifer Dawn Smith is saying, good morning. Really looking forward to Craig's special guest. I love hearing about Sara's early days with CC. I would read her book if she wrote one about how CC started. I'm sure she has an amazing success story. Well, there you go. Keep those comments coming in. And well, look, let's ask the lady herself, because she's over the other side of the studio. She's here with us on Wake Up Call. Sara, first of all, good afternoon. Secondly, when's the book coming out?
Yes, good afternoon. Can I just tell you, Ben, it feels a little bit weird being over here and previewing stuff, not over there knee-deep in craft stuff. However, you'll be pleased to know, guys, it's double Sara day today. So you're only getting me for a little bit of a preview. I've kind of stolen Craig's thunder a little bit, so I'm on the Wake Up Call show. However, I've got an amazing, and when I say amazing, I kid you not, what a show I've got for you on launch day. Ben, can you remember when you and I did the winter foam flowers? The autumnal ones, and we always broke the internet, right? I kid you not, Ben. What I've got for you today, the spring ones, are one step removed. They are another level. Again, brand new colours of foam, amazing new flower techniques, the stuff I'm going to be doing. That mirror that Craig had, I'm going to be making that. Got my gorgeous headset on. Listen, if you've got any plans for the first show this afternoon, cancel them, because I promise you, you need to be nowhere other than right here. It's going to be a ridiculously busy show, and I've got 7 different flower techniques we're going to learn. But before we get on to talking about that, I am going to give you a brief look at Cartload, because Cartload, it's the one time a month that we do the Sara special Cartload, and we literally pull out all the stops. And that is tonight, well, UK time tonight from 7 o'clock, 7:65, well, that's 3 o'clock for you guys watching over in the US on the East Coast, noon for you guys on the West Coast, but the category's live now. So I'm only giving you a preview. I highly urge you to go right over and shop the whole category, get your orders in early, because based on just the last couple of hours, we will be having sell-out before the show. Don't say I didn't warn you. Early bird catches the worm on this one. And I'm going to do something which is really naughty, Ben.
Oh.
You know mystery bags?
Yes.
I've got 3 mystery bags on the show. If you look at them on the website, you'll just see a bag with a big question mark on. I'm actually going to show you exactly what you get, but I'm only going to preview the first one, right? This isn't like you might get this or you might get that. You will get exactly what I'm going to show you now. This is mystery bag number 1 is the most popular one on the website. Are you ready? So for £30 or $40, honestly, this is what we're going to be including. The gorgeous little birdie die. Now, these are our ones that you can do all your paper piecing with, Ben. So I hope we might get time to do a little bit of paper piecing in the short. I don't know if we will, but you get the little birdie paper piecing die. Then we've included, now I know it's Christmas and you're not really thinking Christmas in March, but I wanted to get in one of our creator cards. This was one of my all-time favourite creator cards when we launched it last year. We don't have enough of the other designs to be able to put together another show with it, so they've let me put this into the mystery bag. You'll get this exact design here. If you love these 2 dies, then it's cheaper to buy the mystery bag than it is to go and buy them 2 dies. So let me show you what else you're getting in this collection. You're going to get our friend cut and emboss folder, not one of the cut and emboss folders. I will send you all the friend one because I think that is just a really usable sentiment. There could be friend's birthday, friend's anniversary, thinking of you, sympathy, anything for a friend. We've used one of our double-sided dies in here as well. So you're going to get this double-sided one here where you can, and you know, you've seen all our double-sided masterclasses that we've done. So you're going to get that one included there. Then look at this one here, one of the stamp and die sets, Ben.
Wow.
So we've included this gorgeous one here, which is where you get all of the stamps to do this beautiful background piece, and then the dies that go with it to cut everything out. So you're getting that full stamp and die set. And then last but definitely not by no means least, love this embossing folder. It's that little picket fence embossing folder. Now look at the price. £116 or $143 for all of these components. However, you will get not just something like these, you will get exactly these in your mystery bag if you go for mystery bag 1. Now join us later for the Cartload show, 7 o'clock tonight, so 3 o'clock East Coast. Craig is going to be in for the first half an hour of the show. I kid you not, some of these mystery boxes could have sold out by the time we get to the show. And when they've gone, they've gone. Because I haven't said it could be this or it could be that, if something in that bag sells out, the bag's gone. We're not able to change it out because of the way because I've taken the bold decision, I'm showing you what's in the mystery bags. So I'm just going to tell you now, based on me showing you this preview in the last 3 minutes, 20% of the stock has gone of mystery bag 1. I haven't shown you 2 and 3. 20% has gone. Ben, do you reckon it'll be here by our show tonight? Do you reckon it'll be here when I get on the show tonight?
Well, I don't know, yeah, because you're joining us at 1:30. I don't know. I reckon the way that it's going, if it is still there when the show starts this evening, it may well have disappeared in the first half hour. So, as Sara says, make sure if you want to get your hands on these mystery bags, you get them very, very quickly. Get shopping now and bag those goodies whilst you can. What else you got over there? Right,
okay, so I've also broken a rule here. I've broken a rule, right? So, you know how our lovely Century Pearl people, they do me a one-off cardstock per show, right? So the cardstock that I had on the last Sara Cartload, you guys went crazy for, and then Leanne did a Leanne Cartload, had an amazing pack of cards, you went crazy for that. I've begged them, and they've agreed as a one-off to do me an extra production run just for tonight's show. So for the first time ever we've done this, we've got the last 2 Cartload specials back in stock. Now, look at this, $9.99 or $14.99, but you actually get any 2 for £15 or $25. Now, your Coastal collection, what you are getting, well, for start, just look how much you've got, Ben, right? But you are getting basically, so you get the 2 spring colours. So for all your lovely spring flowers, you get the lovely spring yellow and the meadow green. Love these colours. You guys have absolutely, the feedback on it was amazing last time. Thank you for liking my choices. And then I love the turquoise, and I thought the turquoise, the aquary turquoise would go really nice with the silver. So those are the 4 colours that I chose for my special Sara Cartload back in February. So we've restocked. They have only managed to make us 1,000 packs. So I've got 1,000 packs. 1,000 packs always goes in, like, literally on the day that we launch them, right? So 1,000 packs is what we started off with this morning, and then they've said they will not, they've kind of done it for me once because they do me an amazing special price just for these shows. They said they can't repeat that price on this amount of cardstock. So if you're stocking up on those, you want to get it. That was my Cartload collection, right? Now, Leanne's unbelievable.
Yes.
So, how Leanne, you can tell, I tell you it's favouritism here, right? How Leanne got them to do this, I can't believe it. So do you want to show you what's in this one here? So what you get is, you're getting 20 sheets each of all of these. Now, she's got a metallic board. So when I say board, this is like a mount board, right? So you're getting 20 sheets. Look how much it is. To buy that alone, you'd probably be talking $9.99, $14.99, just for the 20 sheets of copper metallic mount board. So you get the metallic copper mount board. Then she chose this, and I love it. Oh, I've got a little fish on the edge there. I don't know where that's come from. This like linen effect white. It's like it's a cross between a paper and a card. So it's a little bit thicker. It's beautiful for your matting and layering, but I wouldn't use it for base cards. But you've got that gorgeous, and you can't see the linen effect. But any of you who got this when it was on Leanne's cartload will know what I'm talking about, right? Then you get this lovely metallic. Now these two are papers because you would absolutely mat and layer with these. So you get 20 sheets of this beautiful metallic effect paper, and then also 20 sheets of the silver metallic effect paper as well. I mean, look at these, they're fabulous. So you get 20 sheets of the silver metallic effect paper and 20 sheets of Centura Pearl in there. So you can see the Centura Pearl, the difference to the kind of the metallic special effect one. Now again, $9.99 or $14.99. Two for £15 or $25. You can mix and match the two that we've got here. Again, they only made me 1,000 extra of these. They've said this will be it now. So you get this. This is your last chance to get them. I bet if you missed out on them last time, you thought you'd not get the chance again. Or maybe you missed, maybe you bought some last time. You've had it home. If you have, let us know in the comments. Please tell everybody that this card is even more gorgeous than I'm telling you it is, right? So those are on the show tonight. Remember, this is just a preview. The whole category is live, so you can actually go and shop the whole category right now. And apparently, producer Johnny is going, oh yeah, they found it. They found it. It's just been decimated ahead of the show tonight, Ben. I think we're going to be tap dancing because Sarah Cartload's row is 3 hours. So we might be tap dancing by the end of the 3 hours, Ben. It's going to be a fast and furious show. I've got loads to show you. Now, one last preview for one of the top items that I've got coming up. The deal that we have on the Hint of Classiques is phenomenal, right? So look at this. Should be £60 pretty much, just a fly's eyelash off, £60 or $90. We're doing it at basically a third off, so £41 or $62. So it's like, buy these 4, right? Get these 2 thrown in absolutely free. So you're getting 36 colours here, and these are all the lighter tints of all of our Spectrum Noir markers. So any of you who have any of our Spectrum Noirs, well, you're going to know how fabulous they are. These give you a lighter shade in each one. So basically, for example, in this one here, you get the GT, the JG, the IB, the IB, RB, EB and YG, and you get the 0.5 in all of them. So it just shows you. Go and have a look on the website, you can see them all. That is one of the ones that I am fully expecting not to be sticking around for the whole of the show. So if you are shopping the category early, I would definitely recommend getting on that. Now, Craig is going to be... Thank you, Craig. He's agreed to cover me. So the first half an hour, I'm going all the way to the BBC, all of next door in Studio 2. So I'll be live on the BBC. I know you guys thought it was America next door, didn't you? No, it's the BBC tonight. Oh, it was Peterborough this morning when I was doing Create and Craft Live. This afternoon, we're jetting down to the One Show. Those of you watching in the UK, by the way, I'm going to be on the One Show tonight at 7 o'clock. So I'm going to be live in the studio next door, the One Show, whilst Craig probably gets to sell out of some of my top items on the carload. That didn't work out well for me, did it not, Craig?
I actually don't even think I'm going to get to the show and still be products left. I think some of it's going to sell out because I know so many of you come back and watch Wake Up Call or Craftfall even back again before the show goes live later on tonight. So it might actually be all gone by then. Who knows? We'll wait and see. But an incredible cartload planned. So that is going to be 7 p.m. here in the UK, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 12 noon Pacific Time if you do want to catch Sarah and Ben for that 3-hour cartload with myself kickstarting for the first half an hour. But let's bring it all the way back and then let's have a look at the spring flower. So this is launch party or launch day. I keep saying launch party. It's launch day, but we're going to have a party when it comes to the launch party. So this is launch day. So this is going to be 3 p.m. here in the UK for you guys stateside, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Pacific Time. I don't know about you, Ben, but I cannot wait until our clocks go forward at the weekend because then it means I'll be able to remember the times without having to look at my notes. So not long to go. Plus, it will be get lighter at night time. It's so good. Do you like it? Do you like a walk at night time when it's light?
Oh yeah, I can't wait. There's already like a hint of it, isn't there?
Yeah.
You know, currently, sort of. I just noticed it was one day this week. I was like, oh, it's still light. And it's nearly 7 o'clock. So yeah, come the weekend when we put the clocks forward, it's going to be even better. Obviously, the only downside is you lose an hour in bed. Oh yes, Johnny, I love that idea. Johnny's just said, does that mean you can go for an evening run with Sara instead of getting up at 5:30 in the morning?
No, we're just running the dark.
And that's a no, Craig. I think that's a no.
I think that's a no as well. But remember, obviously, for the first couple of weeks or so, in the morning, because the clocks go forward, it means the morning is a bit darker for that little bit longer as well. So
oh, yes, Craig.
Side.
Yes. So maybe we should go running in the evening.
Yes, absolutely. And thank you so much for always inviting me, but it's still a no. I won't do it. I won't do it. I'd be knackered by the time I run to the end of the door. But let's have a look and see what's coming up on launch day as well. So we can see it on your screens right now. If you want to get ahead on our website, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu. This is a spring flower forming collection. So in total, you're going to get 69 elements, but you're also going to be getting 12 sheets of different coloured foam. A4, well, just over A4 in size. I think they're more like letterpress size. So it's $63.92 here in the UK. You guys stateside, it's $79.60. You're already getting a whopper of a saving when it is launch day, but what you're also going to get is your Club Inspire on top of that. Let's have a little look. See how, let's actually tell you what, let's have a look at these finished samples I've got here. And I'm going to show you them, and then we're going to do a little bit of flower forming. So let's come in close in a moment, and we have got afternoon, Johnny.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon, Charlotte.
Afternoon.
We've got the two actually got him off his chair there. Makes a change. This one, he actually nearly fell off it. I heard the chair move as well. This one is the poppy. Now, how gorgeous is this? Now, with our flower forming, because it is kind of heat activated, once you've started to shape them and mould them and form them and pop them onto your card, they're going to be really robust, so you don't need to worry about how you are presenting them. Look at these ones here. So look at the shape, completely different flower shapes that you've seen in the past. Then let's go into the rose on this one here. Now this is enabling you to do very, very simple card backdrops and then decorate them with the cards. You've seen the hairband that Sara was wearing, so you can do them for anything for your clothing. Maybe you want to then pop them onto home decor. She is going to be making a glass frame come the show on launch day, so do tune in for that one. Show you another one more here. Actually, I'm going to show you two more. Here's this one. So this one is the hydrangea. Look at this one with the tulip. How phenomenal is that one there with the tulip? And these are so easy to make, but really, really effective. And you can still come along with your inks if you want to, add a little bit of detail around the edges. Maybe you want to come in with your Classique or Tri-Blends and do that as well. So many different takes if you want to do that. Keep it simple or go all out. Now I thought what we'll do is we'll have a look at the Pretty Peony. Now you have probably, most of you have seen the die cutting with the foam in the past. It's exactly the same as you would do any of your die cutting with your card or paper. What I'm going to do is let's bring you how these look. So these are your dies that you have got. Now within these ones here, these are going to die cut a multitude of layers when it comes to the foam. I'm not going to die cut this, but I would do the same layers as my cardstock. You can, I have die cut up to 8 layers, but I know there's many of you that's die cut up to 12, even 14 as well, because it is the foam, because it is so thin, but the amount of forming texture you can get to it is spectacular. So what I'm doing, if I move this to the side, I'm going to bring in some of these larger ones that I've already die cut. So I've got these good to go. I've got some of these already formed as well. Now they do have the name for them. So as for instance, you know, this one is the peony, you do have the tulip. You can start to form them and create them as the flower name is. Or why not have a bit of fun and start to shape them and create them a bit differently. So I'm bringing in my tools as well as my sponge mat. So these are accessories you're going to absolutely need for your flower forming. And I brought in a home iron as well. So it could be a home iron, it could of course be a craft iron. You know I usually use the little iron. We've got this, to be honest, it's been quite a while since I've seen an iron.
Could you found a bigger one?
I know, it's usually the little pink one that I wear, isn't it? Yeah, it's Sara's. It's Sara's. So it is. Is this the one that you do with all the boys' clothes and that at home, Sara?
Yeah, because I do loads of ironing, you know. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Plenty of time. You may have heard her dad there say, no, she doesn't. So, you know, if she's not on Crafters TV, if she's not on Crate and Craft, HSN, the one show, she's doing the ironing for the boys. Here we go. Let's have a look and see. So let's bring this iron back in. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my tweezers for this one. What I'm simply going to do is I'm going to keep this quite quick. This is going to be my take on the peony and doing them in different ways, different styles. Popping it on, you can start to even pop your ball tool on just to position it. What I'm going to do with this one, let's set that to the side for the time being. I'm going to bring in our little ridge applicator here. And what this does is this enables you to get a little bit extra texture when it comes to the flowers or the petals. So I'm going to bring in the little tool that we've got here and I'm going to roll back and forwards. This is going to give it a bit of a distressed look. And the reason this came about is when Leanne and the team came up with the flowers and the foam, she was doing the distressing individually and it was starting to hurt her fingers. So she came up with the idea with the mat and actually the little pocket to pop your finger in. And there is grids all the way, as Ben likes to call it, the finger toboggan, because it does kind of look like that now. I cannot see anything other than a toboggan now that you said it.
Yep.
You've got the lines, the grids each way, and they go against each other. What I'm then going to do is I'm going to bring in one of my ball tools, and I think I'm going to go for the second size down for this one. Now, first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to stretch them side to side. Now, I'm putting my thumb side to side in the middle, and gently I'm pulling, and I'm doing it really gently because I don't want to tear the petals. But what I always say when it comes to our flower forming, if you do, don't worry about it. Petals aren't, they aren't, what's the word? They aren't perfect in nature. Thank you, Ben.
Welcome.
Not perfect whatsoever. You do get some that are maybe missing petals. They've got little tears in them, rips in them. So do keep going with it. Same with if you do accidentally tear off a petal, what will happen is you can set it to the side and use it later on with your glue gun and position it onto the backs. But what I'm now doing is I'm then going to also shape it the other way. So by using the distress tool, first of all, what it does is it initially starts to stretch the foam. You've heated it up, so it gives it that extra bit of flexibility, and then you can come along and add more shape to it if you want. You can pull them out further if you want, you can distress them further if you want, or keep them really simple and do a little bit of shape to them and keep it as plain and simple as that. But what I'm doing with that one is I'm going to leave it like this, and sometimes to start with you're thinking, okay, right, how's that going to look? What we can then do is let's bring in the iron again, and I'm going to do another one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop it on, I'm going to pop my ball tool on just to start to activate it, and then I'm going to do exactly the same. You can do different things. For instance, you can go in as well if you want to do it this way first and start to round it and add shape, or you can then go in and do what I've done a moment ago, and I'm folding up the petals and I'm not being precise. If I've got little bends or twists in my petal, I'm not overly concerned because I'm going to bunch it up and I'm going to go back in with my tool. And with the finger toboggan, you've got the ridges going one way, and then on the mat, you've got them going the other way. So the friction between each of them, what will happen is it will start to stretch the petals. So we're going to go in, and then we're going to bring these back with our ball tool. And for this one, I'm going to go for my largest one. And what I'm also doing is I'm going to go side to side. And I cannot tell you how light these feel, not only before you've shaped them, but actually using that distress tool as well. Light as a feather. If you could get lighter than a feather, that's what it would be. And this is why they're not going to add any extra weight or cost to your projects, whether it's your cards or your boxes, your home decor, lots of different things you can use these for. But what I'm going to do is let's just finish off for this one here. Let's just start to shape that tip bit a little bit more. I'm going to bring these ones in. Now I've got a load of these already done here. I've got a load of different colours, different sizes as well. And at this point, I'm going to bring back in my sponge mat and our poke tool. You know, the poke tool is always our best friend when it comes to crafting. So I'm going to start off with, let's go for 4 of these deep pink ones. And I'm going to go for 2 of these light pink ones here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the deep pink. Now, a couple of them I've already started with a couple of holes. And now I'm going to go into the middle and I'm going to pierce all the way down. And then what I'm doing is I'm offsetting it, each petal that we can see at that point. So I'm offsetting each of the petals, and then I'm going to go right in, piercing all the way through. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bunch them up, and then I'm going to finish with the pink layers. And I'm going to go in, I'm going to cross over. If you wanted to put little bits of hot glue in between each layer, you absolutely can do, but I like to form them all at the same time and then pop the glue at the back once I've put my stamens through. So we can sit that there just for a second or two. Then at this point, I'm going to bring in some of the stamens. Now, obviously in Wake Up Call, we are just giving you a bit of a sneak peek. So if you're going to tune in to Sara and Ben on launch day, Sara's going to go through each of these step by step, even show you how you can actually form your stamens. And I've got it on a little bit of really, really thin wire. I always get asked, how thin is it, Craig? The only way I can explain it is it's that thin that you can actually use your normal scissors to cut it, no problem at all. Then what I'm going to do is using my finger and my thumb, I'm holding them together in the center. I'm going to pull out and then I'm going to bring in the stamens. And because we've got that point with the wire, that enables me to feed it all the way through, and then we're coming right out to the back. And then you can, at this point, you can choose, maybe you want the stamens to be really tight into the center. You maybe want them to be a little bit further out, up to yourself. And then this is where I like to bring in my glue gun. So I'm going to turn it around and I'm going to pop a little bit of glue all the way around the back to hold the actual stamen part in place. We'll be able to see it here. Leave that to dry for a couple of moments, but then what you can do is come along with your scissors, snip that excess off, and then you're going to be left with a real nice flat image or a flat area for you to pop onto your projects. You can then start to bring in the petals again, fluff them up a little bit, get them into place, and because by this point the flowers, they've been heat activated, you've shaped them and formed them, they're going to be nicely into shape. You can, if I bring in another one of the frames that Sara has done beforehand, and you get this look by starting to build up all of the petals, all of the different flowers, all of the different colours, and you're also getting some of the leaves and foliage as well, not just the flowers. You can see the sort of things that you can be creating. So if we go back into some of these ones here, adding little bits of glitter on the top, maybe any of your spray and sparkle if you want, your ink pads, your classiques, touch upon them if you want. Really finishes them off nicely. But you can see each of these cards, the main backdrop, are really simple cards. It's the flowers that are doing the shouting, and that's what you want. And that's that fun bit of extra creativity that you can do with these ones. So them and everything else is going to be coming up later on today on launch day with Ben and Sara. So that is then going to be 3 p.m. here in the UK. For you guys stateside, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Pacific Time. It's a spring flower collection, 69 elements with 12 sheets of foam, 63.92 here in the UK. For you guys stateside, 79.60. You're getting that incredible saving already, although it's launching today. But if you are in our Club Inspire, which let's face it, many of you are, you're also going to be getting your Club Inspire discount on top of that as well. You might want to stock up on a few bits and pieces. While I get my, it's not much of a mess, but while I get this sorted and tidied up, we're going to head across to the big man himself, Ben, who's going to be reading some of your comments that you've been sending in.
Thank you, Craig. Yeah, it's really busy on Wake Up Call, actually. Lovely to hear all the comments coming in. Lots of love for Sara's appearance. Lots of people are going to be tuning into the BBC tonight as well. Great thing is you can see you can have the BBC maybe on the TV. Have us on your computer as well. But make sure you join us later on for Cartler, because it is going to be amazing. Launch day as well. And already lots of you shopping. Tansy Pansy on YouTube just saying, I've just invested in all 3 bags, lol. They're always such fun. And any I already have are brilliant gifts for crafty pals. Sara on Facebook ordered 1 of each of the mystery bags and the Gemini plates last night and hit enough points to remain platinum. That's always good. Nefertiti's asking, is this sale live yet? Cartload? Yes. Jump in with both feet, get on the website, get whatever it is that you want, and make sure you check out your carts because it's busy now. You wait till the show comes around later on. It will be off the chart, to quote Sara. What else have we got here? Loads of people shopping. Morning all, says Jean Snook. Ordered the flower forming and mystery bags yesterday. Thank you for all the fabulous offers. I enjoy all the demos as well. And Beth on Facebook just saying, just bought the mystery bags and a couple of stamps. Bought this collection last night. Cut some foam flowers last night. Can't find where I put a mini iron. I just got, especially for the flower foam. Beth, it will be in the last place you look. Keep those lovely comments coming in, of course, because we are still in the middle of National Craft Month. So if you are shopping with us and you are commenting on Facebook and YouTube, you can, of course, win each and every day. This is what we're giving away today. This lovely bundle could be yours. All you got to do is very simply leave us a comment on this show, maybe on launch day later on, maybe on Cartload, and we will announce the winner. It's usually just before 8 o'clock. UK time as to who is going to win all of those goodies. And don't forget also to check back on our website for our monthly giveaway, where we're giving one lucky person the chance to win a Gemini Pro and a rotating disc as well. It is all there on our website. Lots to get excited about. It is a busy old day, and I think it's come to that point of the show that lots of you have been waiting for. We've had the warm-up act. It is now time. It's now time for the top of the bill and to introduce you to our very special guest. I'll hand you over to Craig.
Absolutely buzzing for this one here. Really excited. As I said right at the very start, it's kind of like a big scoop for us. Many of you already know the history of Crafter's Companion with Sara and how she got to where she is. But also, if you didn't know, there was someone really important also cheering her along the way and giving her a helping hand when it comes to some of the past products that you may have seen. And that, of course, is Sara's dad, Frank. Frank, it's an absolute pleasure to have you actually even here in the studio. Thank you so much.
It's a little bit frightening, if I tell the truth. I've never done anything like this before, so please bear with me.
Oh, don't you? We will be absolutely fine. I know so many people are, kind of eager to hear your take on, obviously, the backstory of Crafter's Companion. So, first of all, you have a background with engineering. Is that correct?
Yes, I served my time as a student apprentice, mechanical engineer, and that was for a big company that I'll not mention. But they gave me a really good education, which I've always appreciated.
Yeah. That's so interesting to hear, because we did have a really quick chat actually with Ben as well just before we went on the show to hear your story. We could have sat for ages and ages. But when it comes to the fantastic story, of how Sara first set out, we've heard of it from Sara's point of view. What's your perspective on how Sara's got to where she is now?
Well, Sara, while she was at York Uni, she did a year's work placement with a craft company, and while she was there she became involved in doing the trade shows, and the cards, everyone was able to make a card. This one I didn't design, this is just a card maker, and you could make a card, but you had to just buy a stock envelope.
Yeah.
And one evening Sara came home and she says, "Dad, if you can design a board or a jig that will make an envelope to fit the cards that we can make, I've got a business plan." So between us we sat down, and Sara was the brains behind it, I was just the doer. But she told me exactly what she wanted, and a few months later it transpired. In fact, the way that it transpired, we used to buy the paper and card for making cards from wholesalers or distributors. And one time I was there, I saw they had a big industrial envelope making machine, and I looked at that and I thought, so every card, every envelope, it doesn't matter what shape it is, what size it is, as long as you start from a square piece of paper or card.
Right.
And from then onwards, it all fell into place.
Yeah.
So we came up with what's famous today, the enveloper. Nice easy name, it tells us what we do. And the first one was made by a local company, a friend of mine in the village where we lived, and it was just made out of MDF, and it could only make 4 envelopes.
Only
But it
4?
made the first 4 and the main 4, the C6, 5-inch square, DL, and the C5. So I developed the board that would make an envelope that would fit all of those. So I'll demonstrate a one for you.
Yeah, please do. That would be really good.
Just to show you. So in the instructions, it tells you what paper size you need. So for
We've got these amazing overhead cameras, so you can put it in front of you and they'll see.
oh, thank you.
Also, you don't have to put your posh voice on because you just make me look bad. So if you keep using your posh voice, it makes me sound really common. So you can just use our normal voice.
Well, all right then.
Frank used to put on her posh voice when she was on Crafters TV.
We don't call it my posh voice. I call it my telephone voice.
Telephone
actually.
voice. We've all got one of them.
But so if a lot of people out there will have one of these still somewhere in the attic or in the bottom of the craft stash. But if it tells you to use lines B and D to make a C6, and it tells you that you want a 21 centimetre square. So we've taken this 21 centimetre square, I cut it on the crafter's guillotine, and it tells us to use lines B and D. So B twice, and then D twice. Cut the corners out, and then just fold.
Wow.
It really is as simple.
And it's so fascinating to see, Frank, because obviously we do that nowadays with whether it's the Ultimate Pro or the Emblem Maker, but you're using it from like the original.
Well, this original, there it's made, I haven't got the time to glue it together, but it really is, it's as simple as that, but it took a long time getting there, and the first time she went on TV with it, it sold out plus.
It did.
I was going to say, Frank, so how hard was it in the early days to be able to keep up with the demand of people wanting to get their hands on this? I guess it must have been like quite tough to be making them as people were buying them, because it flew out, didn't it, when you first brought it to the screens?
The first time Sarah was on Create and Craft there, and they reduced the order size because they weren't sure on it. But we'd already had them produced, not paid for, but produced. And the theory was we'd pay for them with the receipts from the TV. And then it was the show that she was on as the sidekick again, but the big one just didn't work. So they brought her on, and her first time on TV, no, she didn't feel the way that I feel now. She was a lot more confident then. But, you know, it just went wild.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
A huge success. But as I said earlier, they were made by a local company in the village, all in wood. But we knew that we wanted them to be made in plastic, which would be a lot better, a lot faster, a lot stronger actually. But after 6 months, the guy who was making them just threw in the towel, and he says, Frank, I'm not making any windows now, I'm just making envelopers and top scores.
Oh my gosh.
So by that time, we were able to organise having injection moulding tool made. And from then on, they went purple. And I don't have one here, but I don't know how many there are in the world, but we know that there's More than a few.
Yeah, maybe.
Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands, Dad. Dad, can you remember them first few thousand that we made? And our Helen was still at school. Can you remember? She was only 15.
Yeah.
And I used to pay her 5p each one. So my dad used to go on, they would make about 1,000 a week. My dad would go and pick them up from the joiner, bring them home. I paid our Helen 5p to blast not the cobwebs, the sawdust off, and then put the stickers on. Can you remember those?
Amazing.
Look at
Wow.
the stickers. And then those instructions. Can you remember we used to just photocopy them? And
Really?
and I remember writing the instructions. And so yes, there's only 30,000 of those original envelopers in circulation.
I thought
but,
there was 32 actually.
Oh well, you know.
And I've got a few of them left. So I hid.
Have you got a few?
I've got a few. Well, I'd like to do it today actually. I'd be prepared to give the top score and the enveloper.
Yes, I was just going to say, can we do that?
Wow.
I'm happy to do that.
Will you sign it for everyone as well? Will you
I will
the big
sign
ones?
the back of both of them.
Yes.
Do you know something? Genuinely, me and Ben didn't know that. We did not know that you were going to do that. That is absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for doing that. You know, I know so many are going to be loving that opportunity. Just quickly as well, though, Frank, you also were the kind of like the creator of the rocket blocks as well, weren't you?
Well, that was after this one, but we, right from the beginning, we were doing rubber stamps on to a standard rubber.
Right.
But we found that there was a lot of problems, and I'm getting the same problems now. You know, I don't know whether it's an annual milestone that you go through, but you know, eventually you do develop dexterity problems. And I was doing shows for Sara.
With Sara. I mean, I will admit, Ryan, if we ever had two on a weekend, I'd send the B team off. So my dad would take a team up and do one consumer show, and I'd do another one. So, but with Sara generally, Dad, make it sound good.
Well, sometimes, let's say. If we could get two shows in the same day, we'd do two shows. It was as simple as that.
Yeah.
Sara was the A team and I was the also-rans. But it worked. And we were finding, talking to customers, that, oh, I'd love to be able to stamp, but I just can't. So again, we sat down, she says, Dad, sort it. So the only blocks that were available at the time were just flat ones. Mm-hmm. And going right back to the times of Caxton and the printing press, and even before that, wallpapers, way back in even Elizabethan times, were made from blocks and you just stamped it onto a wall.
Right.
But it was flat, and this was the problem that was being created with lesser dexterous people not being able to do a good stamp, so they were just not trying.
Yeah.
So I put my thinking cap on again, and I developed the rocker block. Now the concept behind this is,
It's all right, if you put it down on the table and they'll come in close and have a little look.
right, well, it's actually shaped, it's curved, so that when you use it, instead of just straight down flat, you actually rocked it.
Yeah.
But then also, with the rubber stamps, a lot of the time, once you ink them up, you get a background.
That's right, yeah.
And then if you went down flat, you would get a lot of, let's call it overspray.
Overstamping.
Yeah. So I designed a rib on each side. There was a lot of work. There was actually more work and development went into this than what went into
Really?
the enveloper. Because when you're producing a stamp, if you think about it like a lump of dough for a pizza,
Yeah.
if you press down on it, some of it's displaced. So it's got to go somewhere. And basically the same thing was happening with a rubber stamp.
Right.
So we tried calculating mathematically, a bit of trial and error, and a lot of good luck. And we realized and we found out that we could make it so that with all of that background, I'll have to ink this one up again because it'll
Oh
have
wow,
dried.
demo it as well, fab.
Oh, you can see where I get it from.
Yeah,
now, you
absolutely.
see. Frankie's in here, 2 demos.
I know
in
he's
10
at home
minutes.
now, isn't he? Wow.
Yeah, you see where I get it from.
What are you up to tonight on Cartload?
Dad, it's a quick dry ink, Dad. You've got to ink it and stamp it straight away.
I've got it there, the second one. Where do you want me? So, it's there. But, 15 years ago, there is no way you could have produced a stamp like that.
Yeah.
And a little anecdote, I was down at one show, I think Sara was at Ali Pali, and I was down at Exeter. And there was a granny came round with her grandson, and she said, I'd love to be able to do that. But look at these. There was thumbs and fingers all over the place. So I gave her a rocker block, inked it up, and said, do that. And she did that, and I can still picture her face to this day.
Right, okay.
It was utter amazement. And then a little grandson turned around, who was 2, by the way, and she was 72, and he said, Granny, me. And so I had a smaller one, and I put a very basic leaf stamp on it, and he did, So I came up with the line, rocker blocks for anyone from 2 to 72.
Oh, right, okay.
And it just went from there.
I
don't know how many of these we've produced over the years, but
millions of rocker blocks.
But we've done quite a few.
Yeah.
And so, we all different sizes.
Different.
But we can now produce a stamp. You can see the over stamp there. We can produce a perfect image.
Yeah.
Every time.
Every time, and that's obviously the great thing about them, isn't it? Frank, we could sit and we can listen to you for hours and hours.
Going dry.
And hours. I don't know actually, Ben. Is there any comments of that coming through? You were just saying.
You've never seen so many
Really?
comments, honestly. So many viewers happy to meet Sara's dad. Tansy Pansy on YouTube saying, I love this. Bring your dad to work day.
Yep.
Great to meet you, Sara's dad. Jodie just saying, how awesome to have her father on. So interesting. Ange on YouTube, how cool to hear this history and see these first generation boards. Wow. Trish on Facebook, Frank is a natural. He's saying, I love the history of the products. Thank you. Winner Beth, love learning about how products came to be and seeing the originals. And Merrily saying, oh my, welcome Frank. We've heard how you helped Sara with all the technical parts of making things work. So glad to finally meet you. I think it's safe to say that everyone has enjoyed meeting Frank, and you can definitely come back again.
Oh, absolutely, 100%, 100%. That would be so good to see. Sara, how fantastic was that?
Oh, it's been lovely. I've been sitting following all the comments as well. Dad, I'll have to show you this later. He's kind of all right with social media a little bit.
Yeah.
And my mum's sitting watching, reading all the comments as well. So it's been, and now Charlie came in because he wanted to watch Grandad.
I saw him.
So Charlie's been at the window watching as well. So thank you everyone for being so nice to me, Dad. And I'll go and make him a cup of tea now, give him a bit of a break, and don't forget, you've got me all the rest of today. So I'm coming up, I'm going to be making that gorgeous mirror. We're going to be doing that. I'm going to be teaching you every one of the 7 flowers, and we're going to be making the lovely mirror in about an hour and a half. Well, a couple of hours from now, we're going to be doing all of that. And then, Ben, based on how fast the stuff's been selling just in the last half an hour, they're starting to talk about what if Cartload has to drop to 2 hours because we might not have enough stock for 3 hours. And I've said, even if we run out of stock, I'm going to stay and do all the demos I had planned. So let's just pretend it's a 2-hour Cartload and an hour's educational demo show at the end, because that probably could be what's going to be happening.
Oh, thank you. That's going to be so good. But yeah, once again, Frank, thank you so much. He's actually signing the boards right now. Actually signing.
Sorry.
No, don't apologise. Thank you once again. You know, could listen to you forever. But Sara, thank you for organising this as well for Wake Up Call, because you could have done it on any other show, but yourself and Laura Middleton has arranged this for today. So, you know, Frank, Laura and Sara, thank you so much. It was an absolute thrill, wasn't it, Ben?
It's been a pleasure.
Excellent. I'm so glad you enjoyed it.
She always just wheeled me out when she needed me.
That's what dads are for, eh? Rightio, shall we do a little bit of a recap as to what's coming up throughout today on Crafters TV? So, what you're going to find, as Sarah's just said a moment ago, coming up on launch day is going to be all about our spring flower float forming. So that is then going to be 3 p.m. here in the UK, but for you guys stateside, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Pacific Time. And then what we're going to do is, later on for the 3-hour mammoth, well, let's hope, 3-hour mammoth cartload, I'm going to be kickstarting the first half an hour. Here in the UK, if you guys want to tune in and watch Sarah on the One Show on BBC, by all means do that. I will not be offended if you choose to watch Sarah over me. At least you can always come back and watch me on a later date. Kickstarting the first half an hour of cartload with Ben, and then Ben and Sarah will be taking the reins for the remaining of the show. That's going to be 7 p.m. here in the UK, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 12 noon Pacific Time. I know so many are going to be bombarding social media and my social media saying, Craig, how can we be within the chance of winning these boards? Keep an eye out on Facebook and Instagram as well as YouTube. We will keep you posted as to how you could be within the chance of winning those scoreboards. I'm just blown away with that one. I didn't expect that. And we had a good chat, Ben, for what, about 20 minutes with Frank?
Yeah, I think Frank will have to definitely come back another day because he's got so many stories. It's so interesting to hear the history behind it all. Do you know what I love the most about that is how proud you could tell Frank was of Sara, not only that you saw here on Crafters TV, but when we were chatting to him earlier on. So there was that, but then also just watching Sara while she was watching her dad chatting away and how proud she was of him. It was just so nice.
So good.
So nice to watch.
So good, wasn't it? Yeah, because as Ben just said there, we've got a number of different monitors so we could actually see Sara watching. It was so lovely to see. So yeah, always remember you do come back and rewatch that again. You know, maybe why not actually share it so your friends and family, you love Crafters Companion, maybe your friends and family don't know much about us. Share that. That's going to be the perfect story for them to know all about the history of Crafters Companion and Sara and Frank. But I'm going to take a deep breath, but I'm not going to go far because I'm literally just going to jump from here to behind me. Ben's going to go over there to where Frank was in the kitchen, and we are then going to do the next half an hour of Craft Vault, and this is going to be your opportunity as well to get some incredible deals. So we will see you in a moment or two, but have a look at this.
Welcome to Club Inspire, our free loyalty club. As a member of the club, you can save up to 20% every time you shop with us. For every £1 you spend, whether it's in one of our stores or on our website, you'll collect 1 loyalty point. The more points you have, the more benefits you'll receive. As a welcome present, we'll give you 20% discount with your very first order. Once you place your first order, you'll be given 250 points straight away, making you a bronze member. This will mean that you'll receive a 5% discount on all of your purchases until the end of the next calendar year, plus priority postage. 500 points takes you up to silver membership, where you'll get 10% discount plus free shipping when you spend over £20. When you get to 750 points, you'll become a gold member, which gets you a whopping 15% discount on every order, and we'll ship them to you completely free, no matter how big or small they are. Spend over £25 and we'll send them to you via our premium next day delivery courier service. When you reach 1500 points, you'll become a platinum member, giving you the same shipping benefits as a gold member, but with the added bonus of a massive 20% discount on all of your purchases. Now on top of that, you'll receive exclusive discounts, sneak peeks of brand new products, special offers and money-saving vouchers. You'll have access to an exclusive secret Facebook group to meet like-minded friends, to find out information first and to be inspired by all the crafty makes. Become a member of our club today.
Good afternoon, welcome back to Crafters TV. My name is Ben Moseby. What a day it has been so far. If you have just joined us, you missed Wake Up Call, please subscribe to our YouTube page and go back and watch it, because it was absolutely brilliant to find out more about the history of, a few products actually, and to chat to Sara's dad, Frank. I think, judging by the comments that we've seen coming in over the course of the last few minutes, he will be back again if he fancies it. But listen, we are in for Craft Vault, and I tell you what, this Craft Vault is going to be fast and furious, and we're looking forward to bringing you some amazing items, but also some sneak peeks of what's coming up a little bit later on. If you missed Wake Up Call earlier on, you won't know launch day. We've got the brand new launch of the spring flower forming flowers, which is going to be amazing. And then following that later on, we've got Cartload. It's a Sara Cartload, which is also going to see a little bit of Craig as well. And we reckon that the way things are going, these mystery bags that we've got on the show might not all be there for you at the start of the show, because they're flying out. So these mystery bags we're bringing you, we've got 1, 2 and 3. I'm going to show you the contents of mystery bag 1 right now, and let me just tell you, a quarter of the stock has already gone for the show, which starts tonight, 7 o'clock UK time, 3 o'clock East Coast, 12 o'clock West Coast. The contents of the bag you can see here. So the value, over £116, over $143. You're paying just $30 or $40. And of course, you can take off your platinum membership, if you're platinum, $24 or $32. It's unbelievable. The way this works out, you can get one of bag 1, one of bag 2, and one of bag 3 without getting duplicates. But let me just show you. I can't believe I'm doing this, but Sara did this earlier on, so it must mean that I'm allowed to. So you are going to get some amazing collections. This gorgeous Rose Garden stamp and die set is included within this collection. Then on top of that, you've got a little birdie. Again, some gorgeous stamps and dies within this, and items. Actually, do you know what? When you talk of things like this, for example, your friend cut an emboss folder, that, you know, are fairly recent items that you think to yourself, how on earth have we got these in the mystery bag? Don't you worry about that. Just take advantage of the deals, and remember, everything that I'm showing you here, you will get inside mystery bag 1. This here is absolutely gorgeous. Our Decadent Deco creator card. So super handy are these. And of course, it gives you the ability to pop these cards together and make beautiful cards straight off the bat. No worries at all. That is in there. Also, like Sara was saying, I know it's March, but this is absolutely gorgeous, and will get you ready for when those Christmas makes begin. This creator card, the night before Christmas, absolutely stunning. Also included in mystery bag 1. And then on top of that, we're also giving you this gorgeous picket fence embossing folder. All of those goodies total up to $116.92 or $143.72. You pay today £30 or $40 for mystery bag 1. The saving is massive, $86.92 or $103.72. That is the contents of mystery bag 1. I feel a little bit bad having shown you that, but as I say, Sara did it earlier, so she did it. I'm going to copy it. Get it now whilst you can. That's what you'll get inside bag 1. A quarter of the stock has already gone, and they are flying out of the door. If you want that bag, grab it now whilst you can. Also, worth bearing in mind, the classic collection, the hint of classics. If you love the pens that we've got here at Crafters TV, then again, this collection is great because it's kind of more of that sort of pastel collection, but also kind of makes the collections that you've got already go a little bit further, because it's that next step down from the colours that you've got. So if you've already thinking to yourself, I've got a whole host, a myriad of different colours, this is that next step down right across the range, and you're going to get all 36 of these for that amazing price, saving $18.94 or $27.70 today. £41 or $62 is the deal on that. If you're platinum, $32.80 or $49.60. If you want to grab those, lots of you have been going for those already today. Again, worth popping into your basket ahead of time. Now, if you're getting some gorgeous pens, you might want some gorgeous stamps to go with them as well, which we've got for you here. These are stunning. Your Hint of Classics stamps. I absolutely love these. There's a couple of stamp sets in here which I just think are beautiful. Like this one, for example. The artwork is fab, we absolutely love. But I love the fact that the sentiments match up to Seize the Day. See what they did there? Because it's a C and it's a C. I just like that. You've got the little seahorse there. Dream higher than the sky and deeper than the ocean. And then you've got all of the beautiful starfish and the seaweed, the kelp going in there too. Then on top of that, you've got this gorgeous little bunny. Easter not far away. Is that the weekend after next? I think it is, isn't it, Easter? So absolutely perfect. Some bunny loves you. And then again, you've got all of that gorgeous artwork there to be getting to colour into. Then you've got more florals here. This is absolutely stunning. Included in this, have a lovely day just for you and wishing you a lifetime of happiness. Then more beautiful florals. We'll be talking lots about flowers today. Absolutely we will. And this gorgeous bouquet, sending happy thoughts, thinking of you, and also for a special friend. Then we've got more butterflies and flowers in this next collection. Again, kindness always. Kindness. I'll put your glasses on, Ben. Changes everything. I know I should have done, really, shouldn't I? Didn't bring them with me. I was too busy listening to Frank a little bit earlier on. Next up, we've got My Cup of Tea. Again, absolutely beautiful. You've got that lovely teapot and the cups and saucers. More florals on there as well, with plenty of sentiments to be working with. And then we are back to our seahorse. There are 39 elements in total within that stamp collection, down to $31.96 or $39.80 if you fancy adding that into your basket. And it works out that you're buying 4 and you're getting 2 of the set for free. It's a really good deal and a really lovely stamp set, which again really sort of spans the seasons and spans the occasions too. One final thing to show you before we get on over to Craig. We've got the pop-up box stamp and dies. Now, the great thing about this is if you've already got the pop-up box die, obviously this is great for being able to create projects like this, where you've got the card which folds flat and then the little characters that pop up out of the box. If you don't already have this, the great thing is the stamp and die sets that you've got within this collection, you can use on a myriad of other projects as well. This is kind of just the start for you, really. But let me quickly take you through all of the different characters that you're going to see within this collection, because you get these stamps and dies with each one. So you've got your vintage tea party. Once again, all of the accompanying stamps and then the dies to be able to cut out all of those characters. On top of that, you've got your I Believe in Fairies. Again, if you've got kids and grandkids of a certain age, they are going to absolutely love that collection. It's got all the fairies in there. It's got as well your little fairy doors too, and like I say, if you've already got the box die, this is the kind of thing that you can create. It's super cute. You've then got your floral boutique. Think flowers, think butterflies. That's going to look gorgeous as we head into the spring, summertime. Then on top of that, again, more florals in your Back to Nature. Once again, with all of these, it's all of the stamps and dies that you need to be able to create, as I say, if you've got that box die, these beautiful cards. But again, you'll be popping these onto all sorts of projects because they are just so super versatile. Next up, we've obviously seen the fairies. We've got the mermaids as well, who are always super popular. In here, of course, you've got more of your sea creatures. You've got a little fish going on in there too. All of like the seaweed and the kelp to really bring your cards to life. That's gorgeous. And then last but by no means least, you've got your Once Upon a Time. This is unicorns, it's princesses, it's fairy castles, and pumpkin carriages. It's really, really sweet. All of those you're going to get. It's 160 elements in total for $44.97 or $59.85. It's a buy 3, get 3 free deal. And that's not easy to say, let me tell you. Buy 3, get 3 free. I should have quit while I was ahead, really, shouldn't I? $44.97 or $59.85 is the deal on that. Less your platinum membership, of course, as well, saving you an extra 20%, $35.98 or $47.88. Lots of goodies to grab. Make sure you get them into your basket, but I have certainly rabbited on far too much. Let's go over the other side of the studio and say once again good morning, or good afternoon, I should say, to Craig. What you doing over there? Looks like you're having a bit of a play around with the classiques.
I am, yeah, having a good play around already with the classic pens. What I'm going to do with these ones here is I'm going to bring in one of the stamp sets from the Have a Lovely Day. within this one here. I've already lined it up onto my platform, and our classics, because they are still alcohol based, even although they're hint of, they are alcohol based. So I am going to stamp this with my stamping platform. You could be using the smaller ones. You can even use these stamps with the rocker blocks that Frank was showing you in Wake Up Call. I can't stop thinking about
I genuinely
just
did not.
listening to
I
Frank.
knew about the history of the enveloper, for example. I did not know about the rocket. Did you
No,
know
I
that?
didn't know. Funny enough, because we were saying that, weren't we, when we were speaking to Frank beforehand, and he said about the rocker blocks and how he came up with the idea as well with Sarah. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Neither of us did we? It's just fascinating to see and just listen to his story as well. Amazing. So it's one that I'll certainly not be able to stop thinking about.
But the thing is, we'll definitely, well, I say we'll definitely, hopefully we'll get him back in again, maybe on one of your shows, because I reckon from the 20 minutes we had with him this afternoon, I reckon he's got one or two more tales to tell.
I think so. We didn't get any gossip. I did, don't worry guys, I did have some questions relating to a little bit of gossip written down, but yeah, we didn't get that far.
No, I think that's for the next chat, because I kind of
think
feel
so.
like this chat we were sort of getting to know him a little bit better, find
Exactly.
out about the products. Sarah was obviously here in the studio as well, so next time we'll get the goss.
Absolutely,
Get the
yeah.
goss.
See how she was like when she was growing up, you know.
Yeah.
Was she a troublemaker? Was she a goody two-shoes?
Bossy.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe was she the goody two-shoes and her sister Helen was the rebellious one, or vice versa? Who knows?
Yeah.
That could be for another time.
Next time.
Another time. Now, but these classics are hint of. These are the hint of, because if we look at the codes that are on here, slightly extra longer code than the original classics. And I say original classics, these are going to be the in-point colours. So if you have your full classic collection, so when it comes to your reds, these are then going to sit in between the DR0, but you've got the 0.5 within them. So these are then going to be the before colours. So for instance, we've got the red, dark red colour, this is going to be even lighter than the one that you've got within your set. So what it does is it gives you more depth and more options when it comes to colouring. However, you maybe just want the hint of shades, because they are much more of a lighter colour tone, much more of a pastel tone. And within these ones here, what you've got is the fact of these are going to work in conjunction with the classic range.
Yeah.
But you maybe want to try and do a little bit of mixing and matching of colours. And that's what I've been doing. So on the Barely Bright set, I've used the powder pink and the rose blush. Now, this is just two colours. Usually we're familiar with the fact of blending the colours, you use the three-tone blend. But why not have a play? And that's what I've done on this bottom petal of this rose.
So basically, if you've already got the classics, this just kind of gives you that next blend, if you like, right?
It does,
And if you haven't already got them, you can still, I mean, obviously you can, but you can still get these and use these as is. But I guess over time, you'll then want to buy the original classics because it will give you the darker blends.
Of course, that's it.
Yeah.
Absolutely spot on. But the thing is as well, instead of these pens, yes, they're going to complement your classics. Instead of getting darker as your classic pens go on, these are actually starting lighter. So they're actually starting. So I'm going to just use the word red. So your red in your classics. This one is actually going to be at the start of the lightest red. So the lightest red in your classic pen, this one is even lighter.
So that one you've already got is 1, right?
That's, basically 1. And then, so this is 0.5. Within this, without the point, it's 0.5. So it's starting lighter. So this is where you can start to get even lighter when it comes to your classic ranges. But as I was saying, why not do a little bit of mixing and matching with your colours? So I'm blending the two in together. So although it's just two colours, and it is a rose blush and a powder pink, that I wouldn't always necessarily blend together, but see how well that still works.
Absolutely.
So have a play. Do it the way that you would use your classics or your tri-blends, but instead of it being a three-tone blend, try it with a two-tone. Or you might get a couple of colours. If you go for this full hint of set, you can then start to cherry pick some of the colours you want to blend out together. And it is very, very easy to colour in. Whether you're going to go in with the one pen, and that's laying down the colour. Maybe you want to use it as that one colour, like I'm doing now.
Yeah.
But you've got that double option of keeping it one tone. But if you want to come in, you want to try a little bit of blending, then you can absolutely do that.
There's loads of lovely comments coming in. Loads of people still chatting about Frank. Margie saying, please bring your dad back. He's a hoot. Can watch both of you for hours. Thank you for a great show. CC is the best, says Tricia. Just a great company with great staff. And Linny on Facebook saying, afternoon everyone, just caught the end of Wake Up Call and we'll re-watch to catch Sara's dad. Seems like I've missed quite a lot already and you've only been on air just over an hour. Typical CC, cramming so much content into each show. Thank goodness we can re-watch later. Yes, Linny, couldn't have said it better myself.
Exactly.
Karen just saying, what a special moment it was for me to see the love and adoration Sara and Frank have for each other. This is one amazing family. And Laura on Facebook says, can you have Frank on for a Father's Day edition, Craig?
Hey, we could get Frank on. Maybe see if I can get my stepdad to come on.
What day is Father's Day? June the...
It's round about the 21st of June. So it's the Sunday usually closest to the 21st of June.
Get all our dads on.
Yeah. And, well, do you know something? Well, and I'm going to be really serious here for a moment. It was proof, Ben, that we can actually get a few people in the studio safely. You know, the way that I've seen it, Sara was here, I was there, you were at a distance, Frank was over there. So there's no reason, although it'd be allowed, there's no reason as to why maybe we can't have a couple of dads, or my dad, my stepdad. There we go. My mum would do it, but...
Even Zoom him. I mean, I say you get my dad on, you'd Zoom him in, but he'd probably have trouble working out how to do it. I had a Zoom conversation with him the other day, and I was like, Dad, just hold it in front of your face, and then he'd be chatting, and all of a sudden, like, it would just like, the camera would just disappear, and I'd be like under his chin again, Dad, yeah, and they'd be chatting again. And didn't get the whole idea of that you have to just look straight into it. So I don't know. Maybe we'll stick with Frank.
Do you know what my mum likes to do? She's maybe actually watching this as well. Sorry,
Mum.
Careful. Do you know what my mum likes to do as well when we video call?
Yeah.
Is she'll get up and walk about to show me something or that.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, can you see it? I'm like, no, Mum, that's the ceiling. Oh, it is. Can you see it now? Nope, that's the floor, Mum. Turn it around, Mum.
How do I turn it around?
Yeah. It's like, Mum, I'm getting a bit seasick here. You're going back and forwards, walking.
So what you're saying is she'll never make a camera person here at Crafters TV?
Well, Charlotte's job's safe anyway, so... Here we go. I could carry on colouring because it's so therapeutic. But look at that, Ben. Initially, probably two colours that you wouldn't really think that you would blend in together. But it goes to show this could be a nice little starter for you when it comes to your colouring. It could just be that you want pastel tones. You want that lighter tone. Or maybe you've got a full classic range and you want to just take your blend and your shade and the depth of the colours that you're using that little bit further by adding these hint of classic. So you can see them with your head. Oh, no, sorry. I went to go in wake-up call mode there to tell you the details. That's not my job on this show.
You can if you want. Go on.
This is your hint of classic marker pens. 36 elements in total here. £41 here in the UK. For you guys stateside, $62. You're already getting that whopper of a saving, but if you are in the Club Inspire, you are going to find that one across on our website with your Club Inspire discount. So now that I've done that little bit of a job, Ben, your time to demo now.
Thanks, Craig. Just before I do my demo, just a few more comments, and I'm tell you what, we're going to have a look in the mystery bag again in just a second, in case you're wondering what is in the bag. Normally, wouldn't show you, but Sara got all the stuff out earlier on, so I thought, you know what, I'll do it again, because the shows are live, by the way. We had a few people asking, oh, can I shop now on Cartload on launch day? Yes, you can, and I would advise you to do that, because it is going to be super busy later on. Lots of love for the hint of range. Glenn is saying, I've got the hint of range, and they are lovely. Kaz Jones saying, I've some classics, but so far not been brave enough to try blending with them. Kaz, give it a go, seriously. After seeing Craig do this demo, I'll have to give blending a go. Yes, absolutely. You can come back and watch this show, of course, and there's loads of other shows out there as well. If you go to YouTube, hit a little subscribe up there and you can see all of the shows. Colour Me Happy is the one you want to go to find out more about blending. And Therese, very quickly, just before I look in the bag, was asking, could you just recap on what colours you were using there, Craig, in that last demo, just in case anyone else missed it, like Therese?
I can indeed. So I used the powdered pink and rose blush, and that was from the Barely Bright set that I used there a moment ago. So rose blush DR05 and powdered pink PR05.
Lovely. And just to wrap up on the ringing relatives, Anne says, too cute. I recently tried to Facebook call my friend's 83-year-old mum, and bless her heart, all we saw was her ear. She put the phone to her ear. We got her fixed up. It was fun. Love that, Anne, so much. Love that. Right, let's have a look inside the mystery bag. So a little bit later on, it is a cartload show with Sara. So there's 3 mystery bags. Mystery bag 1, mystery bag 2, and guess what? Mystery bag, you got it, 3. And basically, if you go for one of each of the bags, you will not get duplicates. However, mystery bag 1 is proving the most popular, and mystery bag 1, a third of the stock has already gone. The show starts tonight at 7 o'clock UK time, 3 o'clock East Coast, 12 o'clock West Coast, and a third of the stock has already gone. I'll tell you for why. Firstly, Sara's already shown a lot of you what's inside the bag, so you're also very excited. But secondly, look at the price that you should be paying for all the goodies in the bag, and then look at the price that you're going to actually pay. £30 or $40, £24 or $32 is the deal. And I'll show you exactly what you are going to get. Sara's boys are outside the studio. Just give her a thumbs up. Way! There we go. Craig's going out now. Right, let me show you what you are going to get. Every mystery bag 1 will have, from the Best of British selection, the Rose Garden, which is absolutely gorgeous. Stamps and dies. These are really recent collections. That's what I'm telling you here. Again, you know, with these bags, a lot of people might be forgiven for thinking, oh, well, they're just whacking stuff in here that they're trying to get rid of that, you know, is 5 years old or whatever. Nah. It's just value for money, amazing. And like somebody said earlier on, if you're looking at this and thinking, well, hang on a minute, I've already got that item which is in that mystery bag, grab it again anyway, because you can always gift it to somebody. You know, you can always pass it on. They're just huge value for money. Now, you're also going to get in here this gorgeous A Little Birdie die. That's included. Also, I'm sure this was from the Best of British as well. This picket fence embossing folder. That is inside mystery bag 1. One of my favourite bundles that we did just a little while back now were these gorgeous cut and emboss folders. And from that cut and emboss folder selection, you're going to get Friend. And like Sara was saying again, do you know what? This is perfect, isn't it? If you're just wanting to send cards to people currently just to say hello, just because that is perfect. Cut and emboss folder is included. On top of that, you have got your double-sided creator card, Decadent Deco. Again, I want to say this is really, really recent. This is just thrown into the mystery bag, and you've got that one. Double-sided technology, patented technology, 1 pass-through, 2 cuts. You've created a card. Absolutely stunning. And then on top of that, talking about creator cards, you have got your Night Before Christmas, which is just absolutely beautiful. I know it is March, but Christmas will come round again, and it's so handy, isn't it, to have lots of different Christmas stash, as it were, to be able to work with. All of that is worth the price which is crossed out on your screen, $116.92 or $143.72. You pay £30 or $40 today. Unbelievable value for money. Get mystery bag 1 whilst you can. Over a third of the stock is now gone. People will continue to buy, and people will then buy during the show as well. I reckon because Craig and I are doing the first half hour of Cartload whilst Sara's on the BBC, I reckon we could get to the point where we are running out before Sara even gets here. There's mystery bag 2 and mystery bag 3, which you can get on top of this and not get duplicates. And all of the bags are now live on our website. So you can go to crafterscompanion.com.co.uk.eu, grab the deals before we start the show, because I think, you know, when we get to the show, you'll be scrabbling around to get those goodies as more and more people tune in. Now, these pop-up box dies are stunning. If you haven't already got the pop-up box die itself, no worry, because these, again, are super versatile. Basically, what you're going to get is a whole host of gorgeous stamps and die sets to create some gorgeous cards with. If you already have got the pop-up die, amazing. But look, you're going to get with this Once Upon a Time. I'll show you within the cards themselves here, just quickly whiz through the kind of thing that you can create. But this one is all about little unicorns and princesses and pumpkins and all sorts. There's so much in there, and for each stamp that you've got, of course, you've got a die to go with it as well, which is absolutely perfect. On top of that, you've got Under the Sea, the mermaids, the the jellyfish, the little fish in there as well, and then of course all of the seaweed to be able to build up these gorgeous scenes. I'll rattle through these a bit quicker, so I've just looked at the time and we're almost out of time already. You're then going to get with that your back to nature, which is all these gorgeous flowers. On top of that, you are going to get your floral bouquets. Once again, that is flowers and butterflies, just to create some really, really gorgeous card projects. Then you've got your I Believe in Fairies. Once again, fairies, fairy doors, that whole kind of sort of fairy garden setup with all of the stamps and dies that you've got there. And then last but by no means least, you are going to get your vintage tea party. It is pots of tea, cups of tea, it's cake and cake stands and all sorts going on there. And this is brilliant for the fact that there's 160 elements. You buy 3, you get 3 free. $44.97 or $59.85 is the deal on that, and that's before any discount from Club Inspire as well. So grab that collection whilst it's here. We've literally got about 5 minutes remaining, so before we show Craig's demo, he's got a big announcement, because you may or may not know that there was a bit of an unexpected giveaway during Wake Up Call, wasn't there?
There was indeed. So unexpected to us, the the original boards that Frank had brought in, he's given it away, really generously give it away. So I thought what we'd do, it's only fair that all of you that got involved during Wake Up Call, that is where the winner is going to be announced. So the winner, and it's signed as well, Frank has absolutely signed both of them, is Emma Swinglehurst. Congratulations,
well done.
Emma. On Facebook, congratulations, you have got 2 of the original boards, also signed by Frank as well. What I need you to do is please just email prizes@crafterscompanion.com, just with your name and address, and just say that you won Frank's boards in Wake Up Call. Absolutely going to be collector's item, I would say, that's for sure. What about you, Ben?
Absolutely, yeah. And the fact that the main man himself has signed them, so you've got your enveloper there. Look, and there it is. There is the squiggle on the back. So congratulations. Yeah, producer Johnny's just saying, just think, Antiques Roadshow, in about 50 years' time, how much are they worth? $1 million. I mean, they might not be worth $1 million, but you never know. You never know. But well done to our winner. Congratulations. That is a brilliant sort of money can't buy price. So well done.
It absolutely is. Totally, completely generous of them, which was really nice. Well, we do a really quick bit of stamping. Let's go for it. Let's go in for a bit of stamping. Now, with these pop-up characters here, the pop-up box decoration, Ben, do you know what these are absolutely perfect for? Other than the pop-up box, your penny sliders.
Oh, I've not seen the penny sliders yet.
Have you not seen the penny sliders? So
that's a great shout.
You've not got the pop-up box mechanism, you like the idea of these characters, or you don't know how that you would use them, penny sliders. These are going to be simply outstanding to use them. So you're going to use them in the same way as you would have used the penny slider characters, but you're going to be able to incorporate these ones. So we've got fairies, we've got under the sea, and so much more. So let's go in with the delicate florals for this one here. And once again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2 colours that you wouldn't necessarily think to blend together. And it is the celery, LG05, and peril, LV05. So let's bring in our card. It is on Nina cardstock because it's alcohol. And I'm going to go in with which one is the lightest, being the peril on this one. And I'm going to go into the bullet nib. We're going to then colour in. And what I'm also doing is I'm going to come all the way along, simply because, like in the first demo, where usually you would then do your 3-tone blending, because I've only got the 2 pens here, I'm going to colour the full basis. Then I'm going to come in with the celery. I'm going to come maybe about 1/3 of the way in.
Is that what it's actually called? Celery?
Celery, yep.
Ah.
It is indeed. And then I'm going to come back with the peril, and I'm going to blend the 2 out together. So just where the celery and the peril meet, I'm going to blend them 2 together. And the full range of the pens that I'm using are the hint of, so a pastel tone. But you can then colour your fairies, you know, the fairies that I'm using on this one here, and then use them with, as I say, straight away the pop-up box mechanism if you've got it. But maybe your spinner cards as well, that would be really good.
maybe your penny sliders. So although we've got a very pastel tone, see how well that still works when it comes to these characters, depending on which ones that you are going to be using. I'm going to stay still for a moment. But you could then come and colour your characters in with lots of other mediums.
Yeah.
And then what you also get, you do get the dies to go with them. So if you like to fussy cut, then by all means you can do. If you then
Mate, we've got a minute left just to let you know.
I wasn't
I've
going
just
to be
seen the time.
cutting it out. That was.
You can't get out the packet.
I can't get out the
Cut it
packet,
out.
so just as well I wasn't going to cut it out.
No, enough energy drinks today.
You do get the dies to go with it to cut it out, and they're going to go through the mini or the go as well. Really cute, but straight away think of your penny sliders.
Love it. If you want to go for the pop-up box decoration stamp and die collection, 160 elements for $44.97 or $59.85. That's it. Where did that craft vault gone? Oh my goodness me. By the way, Craig's still trying to get it out of the packet over there. Oh dear. I tell you what, we'll leave Craig to do that, and hopefully he will have managed to have got it out by 7 o'clock this evening, because we need him again for the start of cartload a little bit later on. It's a Sara cartload, a 3-hour cartload with mystery bags galore, which you'll need to get your hands on, I think, before the start of that show. Before all that, we're doing flower forming, the launch of the brand new collection on launch day, which is coming up in an hour and a half. Craig, I'll see you this evening at about 7, yeah?
I'll see you later on. Looking forward to that now. I'll get my porridge in now.
And we'll see you back here in about an hour and a half on Crafters TV for launch day. Bye for now.
Bye.